You sure there's no one home?
Of course there is. Having a policeman's ball, aren't they? They're just dying for us to turn up.
Arsehole. What the hell is this thing?
Shut up and look over there. Jesus. So what did I tell you?
What's that smell? Smells like rats.
Nah, it's just you, you ugly bastard.
Arsehole. Hey, not even locked.
Oh, shit. Let's get out of here.
Come on over, Inspector. Do you want a cup of coffee?
Thank you. How did you know I was a police inspector?
You're not?
Yes.
No.
But I didn't think it was quite as obvious as that.
Oh, no, it's not. I'm just kind of a seer.
Doesn't it surprise you to have a police officer on your premises?
You know, it's like very little surprises me. Oh. Could you keep your eye on this coffee for a second while I finish up one thing?
So you're not in the slightest way curious about what I'm doing here?
Totally curious, but let's Hold those horses baked Alaska. Warm, fluffy meringue over vanilla ice cream on a brandy-soaked genoise. One little dish.
Frankly, not at this time of day. Thank you.
Okay. Look at this. I'm only interested in the trophy. Just a bite. You don't want to...
No, really, thank you.
Okay. What can I do? I adore cooking, but I have a very small appetite, and the number of my friends is even smaller. Now, coffee and good conversation.
My visit is not official.
Mm-hmm.
You can always throw me out.
No, Inspector. Sorry, I didn't get your name.
Detweiler. Criminal investigation.
I'm thrilled you're here, Mr. Detweiler. Really, really, I love it when people just drop by. But what's going on?
Well, it's rather difficult to say, really. Anyway, we arrested 2 car thieves 3 days ago, and they told us an outlandish story. You do own an Aston Martin, don't you?
Yes, yes. Oh, she's a beauty who spends most of her time in the garage, I'm afraid. I never seem to find time to take that driver's test.
Yes. Well, these 2 men. They tried to break into your garage a week ago to steal your Aston Martin. And they decided against it.
Didn't like the model?
They said they found a body inside.
Oh, yeah, the body. Yeah, I was just finishing burying it when you showed up.
That's just the sort of answer I was expecting.
What do you mean? What, do you think I'm kidding?
If you're not, then we don't have the same sense of humor. And if I were to ask you to dig it up again?
Oh, well, then I would suggest that you come back tomorrow. I've just got a whole lot to do today.
I'll be back tomorrow. With a warrant.
Yes, that would seem to be the proper thing. Inspector Detweiler. Your coat?
Men, women, even children. What a shocking spectacle of appalling carnage. The Home Secretary watched while police officers dug up close to a dozen mutilated bodies. Never has Britain witnessed a crime of this magnitude. By the sheer horror of his acts, Mr. Frost, the alleged murderer, reminds one of the notorious American chainsaw murderers, Ed Gein and Edmund Emil Kemper. At this time, little is known about the background of the accused.
Yes, he told us there were 24. We have to check to make sure there were no more. Okay. I'll call you back.
I told you that I like trophies.
Congratulations, Dr. Day. But may I remind you that victorious smile of yours is totally inappropriate.
I know, I just couldn't help it.
Hello, Simon. Have you been up long?
Of course. I heard you up there. Overhead, tossing like a wild animal, all night long. All night long.
I'm sorry, Simon. Simon. I need the van this morning.
If passing yourself off as a madman is your idea of a good time,
What are you talking about?
not only do I know you as if you were my own son, but I also read the newspapers.
That's my problem.
I worry about you.
I know you do. I appreciate it.
Try and bring it back in one piece. And remember, the brake is on the left and the accelerator's on the right.
Thank you, Simon.
Go to hell.
Thank you, Simon.
And what are you looking at?
I feel I'm posing the yearbook picture. Don't you?
Professor Reinhardt, Inspector Corelli. I'm happy to turn the patient over to you personally.
Welcome to St. Clair, Mr. Frost. I hope you'll enjoy your stay here. Perhaps the handcuffs are no longer absolutely necessary, Inspector.
It's your responsibility now, Professor.
All right, Joseph, please take Mr. Frost to his room.
In 2 years, no one has been able to turn up the slightest clue regarding Frost's identity. Interpol is going to close the dossier. No one knows either his first name or his nationality. There's no official trace of him anywhere. For all intents and purposes, the man simply does not exist.
It hasn't stopped him from killing 24 people.
He was moved from England to Germany and then to Switzerland before coming here, and in 2 years he hasn't uttered a single word?
Right. Not one syllable.
I suppose you all know that the world record, if I may call it that, is less than a year.
So tell him about it.
Would you care to describe your feelings about Mr. Frost, Inspector?
I've taken a look at this thing that was handed out to everyone. It's nicely written, beautifully bound, and reads easily. I'm only sorry that they didn't throw in a picture or two. As for me, Professor, I've seen the victims' photos. The youngest was 10 years old. So, if you really want to know my feeling, I think this son of a bitch should have his ass roasted rather than vacationing here in this charming platinum funny farm.
Oh, I see. So you look back with a certain nostalgia to those times of more radical methods. Is that it?
No. As a rule, I don't.
Don't look at me like that, man. No.
Oh. Well, I specifically wanted to introduce my staff. Doctors Day, Larcher, Elias, Hollander, and Zasubowski. I shall be looking after you myself, but they will be assisting me in turn. If the slightest problem should arise, please, do not hesitate to inform me.
Dr. Day, would you kindly inform this individual that his welcoming speech is quite simply boring me to death? Made an impact?
You've finally spoken. For your first day here, I must say, this is an auspicious start.
Dr. Day, please make it clear to this tedious lot that it's going to be totally useless addressing me in that saccharine tone of voice. If I choose to speak, it's going to be with you, and you alone. I hope that's clear. Now, excuse me, I'm going to go back to my room. My trip has been exhausting.
Joseph, please return him to his room.
What do you think got into him?
He spoke in less than an hour. We have succeeded where 2 years of analysis and pentothal have failed. He spoke to us.
No, he spoke to me.
Sarah, you are the only female member on our staff. That, no doubt, explains his reaction. Of course, if he persists in this fixation, it is entirely possible that I shall be obliged to work through you during the initial weeks.
Professor, I wasn't trained to be a puppet.
Dr. Day, Mr. Frost has left 5 of Europe's most eminent psychiatrists utterly baffled. It is my intention to succeed where they have failed.
But I merely feel that since he chose to speak to
Dr.
me,
Day.
then...
The incident is closed.
Professor, I don't
Come on,
appreciate
Sarah.
you speaking to
Sarah,
me.
come on. I'll walk you back.
Thank you, gentlemen.
It's for my mother. The doctor says she needs a moment there. Well, the doctor's not with her now, and perhaps Sarah could take over. So?
Sir. Okay.
Professor Reinhardt?
Yes? What can I do for you?
My name is Felix Detweiler. I arrested Mr. Frost 2 years ago.
Indeed, I recall hearing about you.
All I want is 15 minutes of your time. I must talk to you about Frost, please.
Listen, I haven't a moment to spare right now, and if I'm not mistaken, you're no longer a member of the police force. So I scarcely see what...
Frost is not just another patient, Professor. He is the devil himself.
I'm fully aware of your obsession, Mr. Detweiler. In fact, Mr. Frost's file contains a complete account of the harassment to which you subjected my Swiss and German colleagues. It's out of the question that anything of that sort should happen here. Frank, kindly escort this gentleman outside. I'm very late.
We'll get in touch with you if necessary.
The day you do, it will be too late.
Look, just give us a break, all right?
Please, please.
Hello, Mr. Frost. I'm sorry to have kept you waiting, but there was a small problem with another patient. All right. Well, I'm Dr. Day, but I think you know that already. I must admit I haven't had time to go over your dossier, so today's session will just be a first meeting. You can go now, Joseph. We were all delighted to hear your voice yesterday. I must admit I was flattered that you chose me to speak to, but I think it's in your best interest to talk with Professor Reinhardt because he is so vitally concerned with your case. Don't tell me you've lost your power of speech again, Mr. Frost.
Son of a bitch.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Come now, Mr. Frost, it didn't take a genius to figure out what was behind that mirror, so you can spare me that victorious smile of yours. It's totally inappropriate.
I just couldn't help it. You know what I'd really enjoy? Using the kitchen from time to time. That's the thing I miss the most, being away from my pots and pans.
Well, we'll see. It depends on what progress you and I make together.
Obviously.
Why did you pick me, Mr. Frost?
You're young, strong. You believe neither in God nor in me. You're an integral part of your century, and you've got that scientific mind. I need that confrontation. So, even if there is only one possible outcome. Allow me. That's sweet. Cheap.
I like it very much.
You deserve better.
Bravo. You're going to be a smash at our little Christmas party.
There are times when I know you get sick of my problems.
Oh, now don't say that, Christopher. You know how much I care about you. There are a lot of people who care about you. Soon you'll be going home and your father will be waiting for you.
I still need time. Just a little. I feel them out there. Those people with their hate. It's no good telling myself it's real life out there. Out there, I'd be all alone. You wouldn't be with me.
Yes, I would. I will always be with you whenever you need me. You scared.
Sarah, I thought we might go somewhere together. Have dinner, maybe.
I'm sorry, you're out of luck. I already have a date.
Oh, no problem.
Look, it's my brother's birthday. I'm taking him out to that great new Japanese restaurant. You come with us.
No.
Yeah, come on. It's my treat. Come on.
Thank you, Sarah.
Okay, Frank.
Now, come on, sis. Mr. Frost. I'll bet you haven't even seen him.
Oh, she's seen him. She's the only one he's spoken to.
Talk about an honor.
Do you know the reason that I went into psychiatry in the first place was for a case like this?
For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow.
Happy birthday, Roland.
And so say all of us, and so say all of us, for he's a jolly good fellow.
Mr. Frost. Mr. Frost.
Here at St. Clair, the psychos just sit.
We avoid that kind of expression here, Mr. Frost. We refer to the people who come to us as patients, or in more extreme cases, as mentally ill.
Which one am I? Which one? I hope.
24 corpses buried under your lawn, including 7 children, all of them tortured to death. I'd find it hard to imagine a more extreme case.
It's not hard. It's impossible. I am the extreme case. I'm darkness. I'm the prince.
Oh, well, in that case, you'll be at home here. Dr. Elias has a patient who goes by the name of Lucifer, and then, of course, there's dear old Henry who prefers to be called Mephistopheles.
Mm-hmm. It's hardly the same thing, Sarah. Those people are crazy.
I would appreciate it if you'd stop calling me Sarah. How do you explain the complete lack of data on you? No date of birth, no place of birth, family, nationality unknown? If you're a product of spontaneous generation, believe me, you're unique.
No, you're forgetting Floyd's Perlmutter. You'll find all the details in Volume 5 of Psychotherapy and Analysis, starting on page 684, line 15. Not gonna check?
No, those party games don't mean much to me. Mr. Frost, do you remember the policeman who arrested you in Brighton?
Policeman, remember, I am memory.
A man named, Rottweiler.
Detweiler.
Right. This man seems terribly attached to you. He's followed you everywhere in the past 2 years, from one country to another.
Religious fanatic.
Well, maybe he knows something about you.
All fanatics know things about me. They have a greater fear of me than love of their God.
Do you know that's the second time you've mentioned yourself and God in the same sentence? So, in fact, who are you?
I'm the Gaga man. Boo.
Is the real answer so unbelievable, Mr. Frost?
Ask him, ask that Rottweiler. He believes it.
I saw you in the hospital the other day.
Yes, I'm Dr. Day, Sarah Day. I'm terribly sorry about what happened.
Yeah. They didn't want to listen to me. Why have you tracked me down?
I do want to listen to you. I'm quite anxious to hear what you wanted to tell Professor Reinhardt.
Are you surprised to find me in a church?
No, you must have a firm belief in God.
Yes, I do have a firm belief in God. And I believe in the devil. Frost is not mentally ill, Dr. Day. He has no place in your hospital. You have taken evil under your roof.
What do you mean by evil?
Evil.
Well, what do you mean? Do you mean the devil? Do you mean the Antichrist? Satan? What do you mean?
Why have you come here? We clearly have nothing to say to each other.
Mr. Detweiler, the man I'm confronted with has been examined and re-examined by the world's foremost psychiatrists who've come up with exactly nothing. Apparently, I'm the only one Mr. Frost has chosen to speak to.
He spoke to you.
Yes, he spoke to me. He spoke about God. He spoke about religious fanatics. He spoke about pots and pans, haute cuisine, about choosing me to speak to. And that's why I must learn everything I can.
Come with me.
Well, Mr. Frost, I just came by to see if you were comfortable and all your needs were being looked after. And since I have a few moments to spare, I thought we might get better acquainted. I felt we should have a little chat about the kind of work we do here at St. Clair. Perhaps you've become aware that I employ a method based on collective effort. And that it would be very difficult for any one psychiatrist to devote himself exclusively to you.
She was my wife and Simon's daughter. I'll tell you a story that may help you to understand. I was the last person to hear Frost's voice until you did. It was at an English prison. 3 months after he'd been arrested, he was waiting to be tried. He asked to see me.
You look sad.
I hoped never to see you again.
Oh, say, did you ever, you didn't ever get a chance to take a look at that, home video, my movie? Oh boy. Critique, any notes?
You disgust me.
Oh, you're too kind. That's... You don't have to say that.
Mad. Mad.
Oh, I wanted to talk to you about Carol. You left her at home all alone that night, and those kids got in the house, and so senseless, but with you at the corner pub. You know what your wife's last thought on this earth was, Felix? She hated you for not being there to save her life. And I tell you that because sometimes I feel that guilt is character.
He knew. That's all I can tell you. He knew. He had the power to crush me completely.
What did he mean by little home movies?
Let's go. I shouldn't have a copy of this. And I certainly shouldn't be giving it to you.
Why? What is it?
Frost filmed his victims while he was torturing them. I couldn't bear to look at this ghastly thing for more than a few brief moments, but I kept it so that I would never forget, so that I would never weaken.
Why do you think Frost spoke to me?
If the Lord moves in mysterious ways, then the devil moves in mysterious ways as well. You don't accept that.
No, I don't.
Sarah, you are fully aware of the risks involved in this kind of confrontation. On the basis of what you've told me, Mr. Frost is a dangerous paranoid. And you're also aware that a paranoid's first aim is not to be cured, but to destroy his doctor. Under normal circumstances, I would not have given you a case like this. It's not your field.
These are hardly normal circumstances, Professor.
The video you saw affected you a great deal. It should only have been a source of information.
I'm sorry, I'm not a computer.
I hate to belabor the point, Sarah, but I'm warning you. Should you enter the realm of this man's delusions, even for only a moment, you are signing your own death warrant. Both as a practicing physician and as a sane human being.
I know. I know. Let's say that you are who you say you are. Now, what would the devil be doing here?
I wanted to set some things right. You took a few years and undid centuries of effort. It used to be simple. Good on one hand, evil on the other. There was a struggle. We had a game. And yes, we made it up. But then you came along, the scientists, the geniuses. You know, you couldn't care less about the human spirit. You're in your heads. You're half-hearted. You believe in nothing. There was a time when people sold their souls to me for youth or wealth. Well, these days I know you think you don't need Mr. Frost, but where's your enthusiasm? There's no passion. There's no life.
So what do you want from us? What do you want from me?
Well, really, Doctor, if you could only help me to stop wetting the bed, it's a horrible problem. I'm so ashamed. I'm sorry. Listen, I must reveal to the world your impotence in the presence of the age-old power of the wild side.
This is all very general, Mr. Frost.
No, it's very specific, Dr. Day. Tell me, in your opinion, what would be what's the worst thing that a psychiatrist in this second millennium could do to one of her patients? What would be that one irreparable act? The very negation of an entire era of progress. What would that be? Murder, Sarah Day, murder.
Murder. You want me to murder you?
Ah.
Well, I think we've made great progress today. I'm prescribing a light sedative.
You're trying to make me really display myself.
Let go of my wrist, Mr. Frost.
Okay.
Joseph!
Oh, by the way, you don't have any news about that nice young fellow, what's his name, Christopher?
No.
Oh. We're sure gonna miss him around here.
Where is my son?
Downstairs.
Christopher? You know perfectly well that I forbid anyone to come in here in my absence. I'd like you to put that rifle back where you found it. It's not a toy.
That you always wanted me to take an interest in your guns. Those beautiful guns you clean with such love.
Don't point it like that. One never knows.
One does know, Father. One does. I remember all you taught me. The bolt. The clip.
Put it down, Christopher. Come on.
I even remember how to load it. Look.
Christopher was about to leave the hospital.
I see. Well, what can I do for you?
I don't really know.
Perhaps I can persuade the police to call you when they find him.
Oh, yes. That would be wonderful, thank you.
Has the boy had any contact with Frost?
No.
Sarah, get down to the switchboard right away. There's a problem with your brother. Louise is trying to calm him down.
I thought we made it clear that you are not needed around here, Mr. Detweiler.
That may not be everyone's opinion.
What's going on?
Sarah, I'm going out of my head. You understand me? Straight out of my head.
Roland, calm down. Calm down. I'll be there soon. Wait for me. I'll be there in 20 minutes. Oh!
Wait! Here, your things are on the table. I'll drive.
Thank you. Roland? Roland, stop! Roland, what's wrong with you?
Look. Don't say a word. Look. Look at me.
Sarah, wait. Let him be.
Feeling in my legs. I can walk, Sarah. I can walk.
Hold on a minute, Sarah. Now, do you hear me?
You see? Right there. You can hardly see any trace of the injury. It's simply incredible. Unbelievable.
When you say unbelievable, does that mean impossible?
Oh, it is possible. Here's proof.
Roland was never supposed to walk again. You said that yourself.
Mm-hmm. This kind of remission occurs in 1 out of, I don't know, maybe 1 million cases. And as you know, medicine is not an exact science. Well, let's say that for once, I'm delighted to have been wrong.
Rock-a-bye baby on the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. Rock-a-bye baby on the treetop. When the wind blows.
So here, I see your brother's regained the use of his legs, and poor Christopher's practicing his marksmanship on passing priests, and you're asking me what I have to do with all that? I, Mr. Frost, stuck here in his padded cell?
I wanted to approach the question openly.
So, well, I guess if I'd wanted to prove my powers, I couldn't have done better. Let me see.
As far as Christopher's concerned, I agree, but my brother...
No. Well, we've often seen good come from evil and evil come from good. I move in mysterious ways.
So, if I were to kill you, now what would that prove?
believe in me. And that I'm stronger than passing time.
Stronger than passing time. Haven't you understood this yet? This devil idea is hopelessly out of date. It's a faded image. This is a century that belongs to science. Knowledge has replaced faith. Babies are produced in laboratories, and superpowers have enough nuclear warheads to destroy the planet 30 times over. Rainforests are being destroyed, but football stars make the headlines. And tourists are murdered by 5-year-olds while their brothers and sisters sell their bodies for crack. That's evil, Mr. Frost. That's your evil. It's done every day, it's taken for granted, and man is responsible. This devil is another facet of show business. You know, you remind me very much of a washed-up actor who's trying desperately to make a comeback and nobody gives a damn.
God damn it! Why do you talk so much? I can tell you right now, I have no answer to any of that. Because it takes more than words to understand me. And they don't get to me because I know what they conceal. As a matter of fact, speech may well have been my greatest invention, so just shut up!
Did you speak to Christopher?
He's drawn to me like a bee is to honey. Sarah. The price of action is colossal. And we are going to hell.
I know.
Simon? Don't tell me you've got insomnia as well. Simon? What are you doing here? Who are you? Oh, my God. Carol. May the Lord have mercy on your soul, Carol. May the Lord have mercy.
Sarah, it's Frank. We've got a big problem with Frost. I haven't said anything to Reinhardt, but you've got to come right away. It's very urgent. Come as quickly as you can.
Where? She? If it's him you're talking about, I had to shoot him. There was nothing else to do. He was going for your throat. He was like a wolf. He's never attacked anyone before. Never even growled. never even growled.
You don't usually rush over like that when I need you.
Frank, what's the matter? Tell me what's wrong.
Don't play shrink with me. This isn't a consultation.
Let's have a quiet talk in my office, shall we? Come on.
Stop talking to me like I was a patient!
As for that cop who keeps sniffing around you like some mongrel in heat, get rid of him.
Okay. Joseph, it's all right. I'll take care of it. It's all right. Go on. What are you doing here?
Let's just say that it was a premonition. To keep it simple.
Wait here for me. Wait here.
Where are you going? Sarah!
No.
You win. I believe in everything I've seen. I believe in you.
Oh, I don't know. I think maybe you believe now because it's nighttime and what, you got scared? But I bet by tomorrow you're going to be yakking again. I wish not,
Make
but...
Christopher, come back, please.
No. There's only one way to stop the machinery, and you know exactly...
I believe in you. I believe in you. Do you hear me? Isn't that what you wanted?
You forgot? No, Sarah, get some sleep. You've had a hard night. Let's both get some sleep.
Sarah, you are under his spell. You're making it easy for him to destroy you.
I know what I'm doing.
All addicts say that.
I'm not afraid of him.
That's why he chose you.
Dr. Day? This boy escaped from your ward. You are, in part, responsible.
Believe me, Inspector, I haven't the slightest idea where he's hiding.
A priest? A rabbi? Why, Doctor? Why? If you're concealing anything that would allow me to stop this bloodbath, believe me, you'll pay for it.
Don't you threaten me. Christopher Kovac is completely innocent.
I know. An irresponsible youngster obeying an uncontrollable impulse, etc., etc. You can save all this for the trial. I'm neither the judge nor the jury. I know you haven't told me everything. If you change your mind, you know where to reach me.
I've got to talk to you.
I know what you're going to say, but I'm in a hurry.
No. I have no idea what happened last night. I'd had a little bit to drink and I lost my head. That never happens.
Why don't you go home and get some rest?
Mhm.
I presume the White King is an allusion to my doctor's smock. As for the Black Bishop, one hardly need comment on that, really. Don't you find the symbolism a bit obvious?
It's finished, Sarah. You're off the case.
Well, another spell's been cast. Intense fear can sometimes produce that kind of bleeding.
Hemophilia, too.
Why do you want to destroy me? We have everything to gain from understanding each other.
Because I'm chaos. It's my destiny to destroy.
Look, I've gone beyond my fascination and my revulsion and my fear. I want to know you. I want to understand you.
Words. Those are words. You're still at that stage. Soon, though. Soon you'll be on my side of the mirror.
You underestimate me.
I know you very well. You know the way to reach me.
La 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 la.
Hey, what do you want? Oh, you want a room, huh? Well, you're a very lucky kid because one just became available. Usually, you gotta make a reservation a year in advance. Nah, it's just a little joke. Okay, don't touch that. I'll give you room number 14. It's really room number 13, but I call it 14 for the superstitious guys. Personally, I don't give a shit, but if it makes them feel better, hey, what the hell, huh? You know what I mean? It's the first floor on the left. Toilet works pretty good in 14, but the hot water's only hot between 8 and 9 in the morning. And we do not allow cooking in the room. You want to eat, you go to the restaurant across the street. Here, go ahead. Hey, kid. You want a little welcome drink? Eu vou pegar a befisa que isto ninguém da froja, hein? Peraí.
My name is Raymond Reinhardt. I'm 43 years old. And I'm recording these words on the very day of my death. I ask forgiveness of no one. Not of those whom I have disappointed, nor those I have failed to cure. I hardly think that many will attend my funeral. I have devoted years of vanity, self-denial, and cowardice to arrive at this brilliant result. Bravo, Professor Reinhardt. Bravo. Rest in peace.
Well, do something. Why don't you go up there? Come on.
He said he'd jump if anyone made a move.
And I'm sure he would.
All right, let's get it out now.
It's no longer night, and I'm no longer afraid. I've come here to ask you to let Professor Reinhardt live.
Well, what I wouldn't give for some chives and half a line. I guess I'll just have to make it do.
Don't let him jump.
Why not? He tried to keep us apart.
Even if Christopher's arrested, there will always be another one, won't there?
10 more. This hospital's a gold mine for me. But now you're going to fix it.
It'd be so simple if I knew, if I had...
What? Faith? Sarah. You do. Welcome aboard.
Inspector Corelli.
You got here fast. Your partner told me you
This
were...
better be something really important.
Really important? What you call really important? That little motherfucker who's been using priests for clay pigeons? What do you think that sweetheart's worth? Don't take it wrong. I don't give a shit about priests. He could go on plugging until doomsday. I just called because I wanted to help you out. You know. So? So room 14.
Help me. Help me, please. Would you do something for me?
I'm listening.
Tell her it wasn't me. I saw myself doing all those things in a nightmare. And I couldn't do anything to stop it. Not a thing. Tell her. Tell Mother.
You can tell her yourself. Get in.
He was only 23. Did you know? He loved the trees. When he smiled, I felt like I was as young as he was.
I'll come for you when you've finished. We can go wherever you like. I think about you a lot, you know. You're in my mind all the time. I'll see you tonight.
What would you like?
Whiskey.
Care to have a drink with me? Yours is on the house. Here's to us.
When I was 13, I wanted to be a priest. Something changed my mind.
What?
Guess.
What are you looking for?
Tobacco.
Okay. I'd like you to stay here tonight, just to know that you're here. You can sleep.
Don't worry. Don't worry. You get some sleep.
You're gonna kill me. Because I'm the devil. Just like they once burned witches. Together we're obliterating centuries of civilizations.
Shut up.
Dr. Sarah Day, a young psychiatrist at the end of the 20th century, one night entered the room of one of her patients and shot him in cold blood. You're handing me a stunning victory.
You're already dead.
No. You believed in me. And now I know that nothing and no one will ever resist me. I'm back, Sarah. I'm more powerful than all your knowledge, stronger than all your pretty phrases. I am strong. Stronger than passing time.
Silence is refusal. It is also the prison into which you are locking yourself. And as the weeks and months go by, you will find it more and more difficult to get out. It's a friendly hand I'm offering you, Sarah. I shall fight to the end to get you to accept my help, and that which medicine can provide. What you have been through is something all of us have dreaded. Now, on Thursday, you'll start a new series of tests, and I'd like you to bear in mind the care and the expertise we can provide. Sarah? Sarah, are you listening? Sarah? Sarah? Sarah?